Hey guys, so as a reminder, if you have not done your warm-up for today, please head on over to Assessments and get that done, then come back to this video, okay? So what we're going to do first is we're going to review some two-step inequalities that you guys did last week, or maybe the week before, and make sure that any common misconceptions are cleared up, and then we're going to go through and do a quick example before you go on and do your independent practice. So, for example 1, if we draw a line right there, we're trying to get x by itself. And this says negative 5x minus 4 is less than 16. So the first thing that we need to do is get rid of the minus 4 because we do order of operations backwards. So to get rid of minus 4, we have to add 4 to both sides to keep that equality, the balance. Those cancel out, and I have negative 5x remaining. I didn't multiply or divide by negative on both sides, so my sign stays. And 16 plus 4 is 20. Well, I'm almost there. I've got negative 5 times x. So to get rid of times negative 5, I have to divide by negative 5 on both sides. Well, those cancel, and hooray, we have x by itself. 20 divided by negative 5 is negative 4. Did I divide or multiply by a negative on both sides, though? I did. So remember, that means you have to flip your sign. So now x is greater than negative 4. So the trick to that one was to remember to flip when we divided by the negative 5. That was the hard part. Okay, this one right here. Negative x plus 1, or plus 3, sorry, is less than negative 5. So negative x, that's really a negative 1x. That was the big idea with that one. You had to remember that there was that known 1 right there that you had to remember existed. So first thing we need to get rid of is the plus 3. To undo that is minus 3 on both sides. So now we have negative 1x is less than negative 8. I know I subtracted by 3 on both sides, but remember, it's either multiply or divide by a negative makes you flip your sign. Well, negative 1x. How do I get x by itself? Oh yeah, I'm going to divide by negative 1 to undo the multiplication. So I divide by negative 1 on both sides. Come on, thing. There we go. Those cancel. And I've got x and negative 8 divided by negative 1. Well, 8 divided by 1 is 8. Negative divided by negative is a positive. Remember, same sign's positive. I divided by negative on both sides, so I have to flip my sign. So my answer is x is greater than 8. Okay, so that was just a quick review on two-step inequalities. For today, our I can statement is the same as Tuesday and Wednesday. I can predict outcomes using unbiased samples. Okay, so we're just doing more work with that and making sure that we really understand it and getting some extra practice and some extra examples. So our notes for today, right there. So short and sweet, but it says a landscaper offers 3 colors of mulch, red, black, and brown. They randomly survey their customers to see which they prefer. Of these customers, 62% prefer brown, 22% prefer black, and the rest prefer red. So it's unbiased, it's random. This one's different than what we've been doing though because it's not a table, it's percentages, okay? So if we were to draw a pie chart, so I'm gonna draw a pie chart. And it's based on percents, okay? You can't see that. I'm gonna draw it up here, sorry. We're figuring things out. So a pie chart. That's based on percents. The whole thing, so if you're thinking percentages, the whole amount is 100%. So all of it is 100%. Okay. Well, I know that 62% prefer brown. So if I took out of my pie chart, that's like a little bit more than half, right? So I'm going to do roughly there. So 62% prefer brown. Okay. I know 22% prefer black. So it's about a quarter. 25% is a quarter of 100. So I'm going to say it's about like there. 22% black. And then the leftover would be the red, right? Well, how could I find out that percent right there if 62% and 22% and the whole thing's 100? Because it doesn't tell me, it just says the rest prefer red. Well, I could do 62 plus 22 is 62 plus 20 is 82, plus 2 is 84. So all of this is 84. That's 84%. So if you do 100% minus 84%, we would have 16%. So red is 16%. Okay, so that was important to know all of our colors. So remember, this is different than the last one because we do not have a table. They're giving us the percents already. So A says if they are ordering 800 bags of mulch, how many should be brown? So I don't know how many brown, so X brown over 800 total because I'm ordering 800 total bags. Actually, if you look at my fingers, this is embarrassing. That's from black mulch because I've been spreading black mulch like a crazy person. But continuing on with the question, 800 bags in total. Now, I know about the sample that 62% said brown, but 62% out of what percent? So 62 is only part of it. Well, 62% out of 100%. So you would have 62 out of 100 because it's 62% out of 100%. That's the part over the whole. I would actually scale up on this one. I wouldn't cross multiply. So let's review scaling up. I can go from 100 to 800 really easy by multiplying by 8. So I do the same here and do 62 times 8. I'm going to get my handy dandy cell phone calculator. So 62 times 8 is 496. So it would be X equals 496 bags. So the trick to this was knowing that it's 62%. Well, percents are out of 100%. So you had to do 62 over 100. Okay. B says if they are ordering 800 bags of mulch, how many should be red? So you go ahead and try that, pause, and then come back. Okay, so I know 800 bags in all, or in total, and we want red, but I don't know how many red, so I'm going to do X red. Okay, well, I know that red is 16% out of the 100%. So I would do 16 over 100. Again, I would scale up. Going from 100 to 800 is really easy. So 100 times 8 is 800. Multiply by 8, multiply by 8. Well, 16 times 8 will give me X. Get my calculator again. That's 128. So X equals 128 bags. So the big takeaway from today, know how to use percents. It's percent over 100, okay? Moving on, this is your homework. It's another table example, but look, it's got percents in the table, okay? It's got percents in the table. So it's just like what we did, okay? Let me try to get it. Just like what we did, okay? If you have any questions, please reach out to me, okay? Before you click that show answer button. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and hey, make sure that you are catching up on all of your work for all of your classes, please. If you have any questions, reach out to your teacher. Bye, guys.